Hello everybody, welcome to match number 3 of the Sly 4 Optimal Loot Tournament in round 1 here. Today, in this matchup, we're going to be having Baconman on his PS Vita, that's some Giga Chad moves right there, versus Mapiotho. How are you guys feeling today?
I'm feeling well for this.
Yeah, this is gonna be a lot of fun.
That's great. I am Nave357. I'm going to be your host and one of your commentators today, and joining me we have Knuutti.
Hello, my name is Knuutti _.
I love it.
Yes.
Great. We're going to be doing the Sly 4 Optimal Loot category, which of course means that our runners will be going progressively through each episode of Sly 4, trying to get the optimal loot within each episode. Of course, meaning the loot that is worth the most coins. 500 for every one of them. So, if we don't have any further questions, statements, comments, concerns, haikus, words of wisdom, I believe that we can probably just go ahead and get started. So are the runners ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. I'll give us a countdown and we can start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, good luck.
Good
Good
luck,
luck.
everybody. And here they go. They are off. I'm going to send them over to the runner room, and we will be talking to them again a bit later for a post-run interview. So, we have Baconman on a PS Vita. That is, I wonder if there's actually any differences there in terms of maybe guard spawns, because maybe, you know, maybe it's not powerful enough to spawn as many guards as the console version. I don't
Yeah.
know.
There might be something, little things, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Oh, it looks like we have audio. There we go, on Baconman's side, so we're good. But we also, it looks like we have a Sly versus Bentley matchup, so that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's very exciting to see because, well, basically the whole other day, 2 matches we've had, both of the runners have been using the same characters, so now we're gonna have a little different strats on different sides of the screen.
For sure, for sure. Love seeing the diversity here and, you know, the different outcomes of, you know, how it might work out. It looks like both users so far, not sure that they're much into skipping loots. Seems like they just take what they can get. Not sure if that's their strategy or if maybe it's just a result of not being able to see, so they just grab it really quickly.
At least one Vita difference I can see, like on if you check out the Baconman's like bottom left and bottom right, there are like buttons where to switch the things for Bentley, and Baconman got the loot
There he goes,
as well.
using that touch screen to move on to his next load file. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, true.
Vita strats for the win. Who knew?
Vita strats. Yeah, I wonder if it is then faster on Vita to, for example, switch between explosion darts and sleep darts, for example. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know. I don't own a Vita. I've never played on one.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I don't know anything about them. The only thing I do know is that for some of the mini games in Sly 4, the Vita version is faster because it'll have like in Hard Target, for example, instead of having to get a score of 120, you only have to get a score of 80.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
Exactly. So it just makes it a lot easier and a lot faster. Not that that should affect this run, because of course we're not needing to do the hard target job or anything. But who knows?
Yeah, it would be very interesting if we got there.
Oh, I think maybe it would be faster to switch between ammo types, because it looks like the option for it is, maybe you mentioned this and I just wasn't paying attention, but it looks like the menu for it is touchscreen capable.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. I think his Binocucom is also on the touchscreen there.
Yeah, I think that's like what is on bottom left. I think
Yeah.
that's the Baconman12.
I would assume so. We've already got Baconman here in episode 2, the Wild Wild West, still sticking to the Bentley strats. He is, I guess, you know, maybe he has been practicing with Bentley for this whole time, much like Frizz. But over on the right side, we've got Mapiotho getting his first optimal loot in Japan.
Let's go.
Not too far off, only like, what, like a minute and a half behind Baconman on grabbing that? Something like that?
Yeah, that's not a bigger difference.
Yeah, it's not too bad. There's still plenty of opportunities to catch up with all the RNG craziness. And as Shadows is posting in the chat, and as you can see on screen, Mapiotho is one of the very few, the only one I know of, runner from Spain, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, at least the only active one. I think Sersanju, I think that's how they pronounce, is like an older Sly 4 runner, but not active anymore.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, very few runners from Spain.
Mm-hmm. Very
so
few.
Super nice to see Mapiotho.
Also very young. I don't know exactly how old he is. I think he's literally like 12, maybe 13 years old. So very, very young.
He's 13, I'm pretty
13,
sure.
gotcha. Oh man, that feel when I'm like double his age, old.
But despite this, it's very skilled with all the Sly games. Like
yeah, he's been posting his speedrun PBs in the speedrun Discord, and he has some really good times actually.
Yeah, and also very recently actually got the PS3 and started playing Sly 4 as well, and has been improving super fast. He already have a sub 5 in any percent, and even on HDD. So that's super cool.
And he's on HDD. Wow, yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, Knuutti knows all of the insider information for the runners as one of the mod team members. He's got all the info.
Yes.
So far, though, looks like neither of them are having too much luck here in the Wild Wild West. I can only assume this is like Texas or something, right? It's gotta be.
It's probably something like that.
It's probably in Texas. I was actually in Texas a couple times over the past few days, just at the airport. Didn't actually go anywhere, but even in the airport, I could see cowboy hats and boots and all sorts of things like that just everywhere. It was very obviously Texas. I'll just put it as that.
Yeah, that is literally what I would imagine when I'm going to Texas. Like everybody having cowboy hats and everything.
For sure. You know, they say everything's bigger in Texas, and I showed up and I felt so small. I was like, man, everything's so big. It was cool though. It was a very nice airport. But yeah, I can only assume that's where we are here in episode 2, where we're not finding the silver belt buckle.
Yeah, Baconman is actively doing the strat as Bentley with the sleeping with the bombs and then going for the loot.
Right, yeah.
Quite a lot with Sonic's and Frizz's match.
Yeah, honestly, you know, I haven't done this category practicing as Bentley any at all, but after seeing some of the strats today, I kind of want to try it out just to see how I like it. I've only done Sly strats, but Bentley seems pretty good actually.
Yeah, especially if you can really utilize the movement as Bentley, like getting around with places with hoverback and adrenaline burst. Like especially that, I think it can be super optimal as well.
For sure, for sure. Imagine if
yeah.
Sorry?
I think for most of us, I think Sly is the character with which we're all like most comfortable maybe with the movement, and Bentley and Murray not so much.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, he just has Sly just has like the most number of jobs, I would assume, so you spend the most time playing as him.
Yeah, that as well.
Mapiotho is he's playing a Sly, but he also has that Cole's amp upgrade, which you get for collecting all 60 masks in the game. It replaces your cane as your weapon, and it has basically you can just stun lock your enemies to death, so that if you get caught up in any combat or, you know, stuck in any sort of bad situation where you're detected, it's not a problem. You just...
Yeah, it's very useful.
For sure, yeah. It is, in my opinion, the best sort of upgrade, I guess you could call it, that you can use with Sly. Aside from maybe the one, I don't remember, I think it's called like walking pickpocket, the one where you can move while you're pickpocketing. That one's also super nice. I know the gadgets in Sly 4, there's so many of them. I don't know how many there are in total, but there's a lot. There's a lot.
And also you don't even see that many in speedruns, apart from maybe Hondo, you get to see some, because they don't, well, speedrun-wise, don't really save much, but they're super cool if you think about them in casual way, for example.
Yeah, for sure. Like the paraglide attack that we just saw Mapiotho do. I think that's a really good movement tech. You can just, as you're flying around, you see a guard off in the distance, and you notice they have a loot or something, and you're like, oh, let me just fly right over there and start looting them. And finally, we see Baconman grabbing the silver belt buckle here in EP2 and moving on to his next save file for EP3.
Oh yeah.
Mentioned Mapiotho being one of the very, very few runners from Spain, whereas on the other hand we have Baconman from Finland, where it seems like every other person is a Sly speedrunner. Even you, Knuutti.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you ever? I know you're pretty active in university and everything, in clubs and stuff, right? So have you ever spoken to anybody there about Sly Cooper speedrunning, and they know about it?
Oh yeah. Well, especially like my own study program. Like I think most of people know that I'm a speedrunner, and I've been actually playing Sly at school as well. Pretty cool as well.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I think if I told anybody about Sly Cooper, they'd be like, "What the heck is that?" Like, it's just it's not as popular as like Jack or Rack. So unfortunately,
Yeah, I feel like here in Finland, basically everyone at my age really just knows Sly. So when I'm just mentioning, I speedrun these games, oh my god, I played those as a kid.
What a beautiful world that would be.
Yeah. Welcome to Finland, everyone.
Yeah. Torille.
Torille.
Did Baconman... Did he have the ultimate costume for Bentley in the other episodes, or did it just suddenly appear in this one? Am I crazy?
I'm thinking the same as
yeah,
well.
I think he didn't have it on the others.
I don't think he had the outfit.
Yeah. Now he's styling on
God.
us.
Yeah.
Not only is he trying to pull away with the lead here in terms of loots, but he's also just got the fashion sense there too.
I mean, you went to like the Ice Age, you got to put more clothes on.
That's
obviously.
true. It's very cold. It's called the Ice Age for a reason.
Yeah. Smart move from Baconman.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Pretty early Tribal Penguin Mask here in EP3 for him as well.
Yeah, that was fast. Under 2 minutes, episode 3.
Yeah, that's really good. I think I mentioned this in one of the other matches today, but in my personal experience, Sly 4's episode 3 is a lot like Sly 3's episode 3 in that it typically gives runners a lot of problems. They spend a lot of time there trying to find the optimal loot. Of course, it's just coincidence. It's not like they're actually tied together, but just in my experience, that's how it's been.
Yeah. Mapiotho currently having rough time even finding a loot at the moment.
Yeah. I wonder if he's got the mugshot coin. I'm sure he probably does. It's supposedly, the mugshot coin is what you get for unlocking the vault in episode 2 by collecting all the clue bottles, and supposedly it's increases loot spawn rates. There hasn't really been enough data collected and analyzed to really determine how true that might be, and that's just what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. And it looks like Mapiotho is skipping episode 2 and moving to episode 3 with the 2-minute time penalty.
Yeah, so Gandhi asked if for the mugshot coin if you need to equip it, and no, you do not. It's just if you collect all the clue bottles in episode 2 and open the safe, then it gets added to your treasure collection in your hideout, and it's just like a passive ability. So assuming that the save file that he was using for episode 2, and hopefully all of these others, you know, assuming they have it, then it should be working. Yeah. But so yeah, Mapiotho taking the 2-minute penalty on episode 2 there. I assume he had waited the full 7 minutes. I didn't actually check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was over 7 minutes.
Yeah. I think in my opinion it's wise to go a little bit beyond the time limit, because I can't tell you how many times, you know, I've reached the 7-minute or the 10-minute mark before, and then I go to 10:30 on the clock, and then I find the optimal loot, so I can avoid that time penalty. Oh boy, we've got an ad on Mapiotho's stream. He did not turn them off. Great. Adge. Good thing SlyGolds is making a lot of money off of this ad, Kappa.
Oh yeah.
Everybody use Discord with your PS5. Note to self, potentially edit this out of the YouTube video. Cough. Okay, we're back.
Censorship. Yo, we back.
Looks like he didn't find the optimal loot while we were waiting though, so that's good. At least we didn't miss out on seeing that. Yeah, for sure. If it came back and suddenly he was in episode 5, I'd be like, hang on. Yeah, it looks like Mapiotho is not much one to skip grabbing loots even when it's not the optimal one. I don't know if he's, you know, trying to think maybe the extra coins will help him in the event of a tiebreaker. That's not really my personally preferred strategy. What are your thoughts on that sort of philosophy though?
Yeah, myself, even though I haven't run this category, but in Sly 3, I just would skip I would take the time first, and well, if it happens to go to tiebreakers, then it does.
Right, and that only happened a couple times. Yeah. Very rarely did we ever have coin tiebreakers, so I can't imagine it being too useful to try to collect every loot you see, but you never know. We did reduce the tiebreaker time this year from 30 seconds to 10. So players need to finish within 10 seconds of each other in order for tiebreakers to begin applying. So it's just a lot less likely nowadays.
Yeah, especially with that, I would rather go with the time save with not picking up the loot.
Yeah, Augie, as he mentions in the chat, very good at finishing in 10 seconds, so he might have a tiebreaker. And in his match against Kel Luke, which is coming up March 15th, pretty soon.
Very exciting.
But in the meantime, we've got Baconman with my favorite loot, the Emerald Dragon Eye of episode 4.
Yeah, Baconman has got quite a hefty lead now to episode 5. Mapiotho still has to get 2 loads before episode 5, so he really needs the luck now.
Yeah, and we haven't even talked or mentioned the fact that Baconman was actually the Sly 3 Optimal Loot Tournament champion last year. So
yeah,
he's got some experience under his belt, whereas Mapiotho is pretty new to the community at large, and this is definitely his first time being in one of our Optimal Loot tournaments. So it's got a veteran versus a new guy here. And I think some people in their bracket predictions were hoping, you know, for an underdog story with a Mapiotho win, including myself. I'm pretty sure I put Mapiotho advancing here, but it looks so far, might not be the case, but episode 5 is actually the only episode where you have to collect the loot because it's the defined endpoint of the run. So if Baconman can't find it for a very long time, and Mapiotho just plows through these next 3 episodes relatively quickly, you never know what can happen.
Anything can happen in this category. Like it can take you 20 minutes to get a loot.
Yeah.
In episode 5 as well.
Yeah.
Or 20 seconds. You don't know.
Yeah. My gold for episode 5 was like 36 seconds, and 20 of it is literally the load screen. So. But much like episode 3, the comparison I made to Sly 3 with that one, episode 5 I feel like is a lot like in Sly 3, where it's either super fast or it takes me 20 minutes. There's like no in between. No, so Danu is asking if Mapiotho will lose against Baconman if he finishes first. Not necessarily. He does have a plus 2 minute time penalty to his final time, but whoever has the fastest time after applying penalties will win. So if he literally just gets back to back loots right now, then he's still in the running. Technically speaking, the likelihood of that happening is not high, but it is possible.
Yeah, probably the odds are for Baconman right now, but you never know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's got to win by 2 minutes.
Yeah, exclamation mark rules.
Yeah. Please read carefully and thoroughly. Smile. I know that reading is really hard for most of us, especially when I write just so gosh darn much, I know. But I promise you, I try to write the bare minimum of what's actually important. I'm not just writing a bunch of stuff just for the sake of writing it. Yeah, 210, technically speaking.
Okay, Mapiotho is skipping another one, so it's not gonna be 4-minute penalty at the moment.
Just want to say to chat,
happens to finish.
Just want to say to chat, I hate you all so much.
Oh man!
But I also
Don't
love you
bully
all
me,
so
it's
much.
great.
Baconman's having some really bad luck in EP5 here, unfortunately. He's having one of those types of episode 5s.
Yeah.
Oh, so it looks like Mapiotho skipped. You probably mentioned that and I just wasn't paying attention.
It's okay.
So now he has to win by 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Yeah. Where's Reed when you need him? He had an infamous match in last year's Sly 3 tournament where the general consensus had been that episode 5 was just so easy. And then Rude had the longest episode 5 of all time. I'm not sure that he ever actually found the large diamond. I think we had to quit the stream before he did. Poor guy.
I think he might have found it at the end, but
maybe so. Maybe eventually.
oh,
But it did take a while. And it looks like, yes, indeed, Baconman will be pulling away with the win here.
Yeah, he found the Rubini Sormus. Oh man. GG's Baconman.
GG's Baconman, and to Mapiotho for a strong performance. You know, he was doing his best, but man, he got some really bad RNG there, just very unlucky.
Yeah, really bad RNG.
This is why we did decrease the 10-minute time rule to 7, just because it did help to still keep him somewhat in the running with the reduction. But even so, the RNG just wasn't in his favor. So I will be checking with the runners now to see if they are ready to come back for an interview. And they are ready, so let's drag them on in. Hello, Baconman and Mapiotho. Congratulations on a very fun race. You guys both did really great. And congratulations to Baconman for pulling off the dub. It just, the stars weren't aligned for you, Mapiotho. You had some, unfortunately, really bad RNG. But how are you guys feeling? What do you guys want to talk about within the run for us?
Well, my RNG was overall like pretty good. Like EP2 took a while, like a bit over 7 minutes to get, but overall just pretty good RNG from me. I think that was also EP4 also only took 5 minutes, and everything else was under 5 minutes.
Yeah, you had some pretty fast ones, and I think it was a good choice to go. You said you went a little over the 7-minute mark for one of them, right? I think that's a good choice there.
Yeah, EP2 was about 7:30.
Yeah, I think it's good to stick around just a little bit longer, maybe try to find one more loot, and then sometimes it pays off, just like it did. But, Mapiotho, how do you feel? Looks like you are spamming the smoke bomb, not feeling so great.
The smokes. That was unfortunate. This energy.
Yeah,
I feel good DP1, but the other was just incredible.
yeah, you had a pretty decent EP1. It wasn't that far behind Baconman, so you were definitely still in the running at that point, and then the rest of the game was just like, nope, no loots for you. But I really appreciated seeing the difference between some Sly strats and some Bentley strats between you two. That was pretty cool. And of course, seeing the Vita is always fun as well, Baconman.
Yeah.
Knuutti, did you have any questions or anything for our runners?
I don't think I have anything. It was super entertaining match, as always. Very nice to see both of you running the game.
For sure. So, if you guys, if you don't have any final comments, perhaps, then we'll probably be ending off here. You have any last words you want to share with our chat today?
I have one thing. Baconman won another tournament with PS2. He's going to win PS Vita now. I feel it.
That's true. Baconman is he's always very unique in that he tries to use different platforms from everyone else, which keeps it very fun. And who knows, maybe it'll give him another win 2 years in a row. That'd be crazy.
Oh yeah, one question I had was the lighting okay in my video and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it looked
dark,
the game looked a little darker, but I think that's that's just gonna happen.
I can brighten it up a bit for the next time.
Yeah, no, it was fine. I think we could always review it, talk about it more, but it's pretty good. So yeah, thank you both for being here today and running with us. Really appreciate that a lot. I'm going to be heading out to our outro, but not before I say thank you to the chat as well for joining us in this race. Thanks, Knuutti, for being my co-commentator.
Thank you, Nave. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure indeed. We will be seeing you for the next match that we have scheduled on currently March 15th between Agirino and Keluk. So be looking forward to that. In the meantime, keep on practicing some optimal loot. Good luck to everybody, and rip to everyone's brackets who might have been destroyed today. All right. With that said, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.